Welcome to the Misfit One Lifestyles with Elizabeth Colin. She will awaken and connect with your Misfit One. Are you tired of the ups and downs in your life? Are you ready to live a healthy lifestyle once and for all? We are talking about all aspects of your life. Being fit is not just physical, it's also your mind and soul. Learn how to take steps in your life to move towards your goals. Elizabeth's goal is for everyone listening to the sound of her voice to get fit. Let's get focused, let's get intentional, and let's transform. Now here's your host, Elizabeth Colin.
Hey guys, on this week's episode of Misfit One Lifestyles, our guest is the one and only Morgan Hartman. Tell them what's happening.
Listen, we're about to change your lives with this episode. We are going to teach you what purpose really means, you guys. Stay tuned.
And live fit. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Misfit One Lifestyles with your girl, Elizabeth Colin, also known as Misfit One. And look, today's guest is someone that we have watched rise from the ashes, baby. Went from love and hip hop hell to love and happiness. Yeah, I said it. Hey girl, how you doing, Morgan Hartman?
Good, how are you, love?
Good. I love your face when I said that. Was that wrong? Should I have not said that?
I mean, I'm thankful for every opportunity I've ever been given. So
yes. But what I'm going to talk to you from the point of the audience, right? And that's to fair. Me, it was pure hell. I am so proud of you, how you handled all of that. And for people who don't know what's going on, let me fill you in, right? You were really close with Ray J. You were super close friends. And you and him had such a great connection, such a great partnership. And that didn't go well with everybody else, right?
No,
talk to us about it.
You know what? It's a little difficult because I guess, when you look at someone as a person who really saved you, you hold on tight to that, and so for me, Ray was someone who, I was at a very low point in my life when I met him. I was in a really toxic, abusive relationship, and he gave me an opportunity. I never wanted to be on TV. It was not my thing. I loved being in the background. I love to serve. That is my thing. I am a servant leader and I love to serve. And so I got pushed in front of the camera and I just didn't know how to handle that. And it ruined a really great friendship. Ray was like my brother,
Right.
He was also like a father figure to me. You guys might think that's crazy, but he was. And a lot of where I am today and what I've learned and who I am and who my son is, I'm thankful to him and his family for it, Right. I will say that sometimes in life, when you're not meant to be in a certain place, God or whoever, a lot of the viewers out there believe in will forcefully push you out of that. And so for me, I never would have left it. I would have never left being his assistant, being his road dog, being his right-hand man. I would still be right there today. So come on, listen, I'm thankful that it did happen.
Right.
I'm so thankful because I didn't know how amazing I was. I didn't know how talented I was.
I'm
phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. Yes. I would have never known that.
Yes.
I'm thankful that happened. That is divine. It is divine order. And so I am thankful to all of the experience. I am thankful to the cries, the pain. I'm thankful to it all because it is a testimony.
I was just about to say, that's my song. I'm thankful for it all, right?
Yes,
the good,
same.
the bad, the small, everything, right?
All of it.
So you're saying because your experience wasn't so pleasant, but you learned something from it.
Yes. And listen, hurt people. It happens. I wasn't such a great person. Come on, there's things you guys didn't see. I wasn't a saint either. And whatever was going on, we're all imperfect. Right. But what makes us who we are is when we learn from it. You know, when I was on that show, I had no identity. I didn't even know what identity was.
What?
I was lost, no purpose in life.
What?
Zero.
So as the audience, we didn't see that. We thought you had it going on. You was living big. You was handling business.
Yeah, I was broken. I was almost on the verge of suicide right after that. I was completely broken. I was in an abusive relationship while I was even on the show. You get what I'm saying? Like I didn't have it together, but you get so used to just surviving that you know how to hide it. And that's really what I stand for now. You know, I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not hiding none of my flaws.
Say it, girl. Listen, what's so great about you is you have completely turned your life around, going from love and hip hop to love and happiness. I can't sing, so every time you can't. I like to just say that.
Sound better.
But this is so crazy. You're no longer single. You were in an abusive relationship. Oh my God, that's beautiful. And now you were in a marriage with 3 beautiful, amazing kids. How did you go from that to this?
Man, honestly, God, like he saw me and he always kept me. And honestly, when after all that happened, I actually gave my life to God because I had hit rock bottom. I had a home invasion. I had a home invasion robbery. And finally, I lost my mind. Finally, out of all the things I've been through in my life, you guys got me. You got me. Finally, I lost my freaking mind. That was it.
Everlasting mind.
I was ready to be one of those people on the side of the street talking to myself. Like I had mentally lost it. And so at that moment and at that point, I just said, you know what? There's nothing else. There's nothing else. I have to fix me because I'm allowing certain people around me. I'm allowing certain things to happen. I'm attracting pain. I'm attracting negativity. I'm attracting victims. I'm attracting other hurt people. There's something wrong with me because I keep allowing the same people in my life. So clearly it's something wrong with me. And so at that moment, were you going to say something?
Yeah, you're telling the truth because I'm glad you figured it out because we are a conduit of what happens. We put negativity in, we're going to put negativity out. Whatever we have is what we going. Good things happen to good people.
Mm-hmm. And when you look around your life and you see what's going on, maybe you need to take a step back and say, what am I doing wrong? Where am I right now?
You said it best. You said it was me.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I know that's one of the hardest things for people to do is to stop. And truth be told, it does take how should we say, losing our everlasting mind to find ourselves.
Yeah, it does.
It
feels good.
Right? And then you look back at the person you were and you just want to hug her and kiss her and say, baby, you gonna be all right,
Yeah.
Listen, so you on the Misfit One platform and
I need to lose some weight.
Listen, it's more than just that. But
I like that. I love it.
It's more than that. When I say fit, I mean focus, intentional, and transforming. And that is what you have done. I am so proud of you because what we don't get, and this is what I'm gonna need you to tell the people, the importance of self-care. I talk about it all the time. But can you talk to us about your self-care and how it plays into who you are today?
Honestly, it took me years to look in the mirror and tell myself that I love you without crying and without saying, oh, I don't love her. It took me years. And when I finally started to love myself that's when I started to, I don't know if the blindfold was removed off my eyes and I could finally see me. But that's when I started to pour into me like, hey, wait a minute, I deserve more. I deserve this. I deserve that. And I started to manifest it. I started to write it down. I started to visualize it, create vision boards. Every year I wrote a vision board of what I wanted. I couldn't even have kids anymore. And I put that I wanted a little girl. I had a little girl. I wanted to be married. I was married. I met my husband. I wrote a letter on everything that I wanted in a man. A week later, God sent me my husband. 4 months later, he put the ring on my finger and married me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and that is the power of believing and manifesting what it is you really want in your life. And that's what I did. To be very honest with you, I'm not better than anybody. I just believe that I deserve more.
Hey girl, I got goosebumps. You can't see them, but I got goosebumps. I believe
because that skin is so beautiful.
Girl,
I don't see nothing but a glow. That's it.
You telling the truth, because it is power in how we think. That's exactly what I teach my clients. Listen, write it down. Y'all heard the nuggets that she dropped. You heard it. If you did, you better listen in, pause, and go back, because she said the power of manifesting things, vision boards, writing it down, that works. I know people, especially in our community, you know, Black people think it's foo-foo and, oh, it's whimsical and, you know, that's for white people. But I have been doing that since I was a little girl. I kid you not. And it's true. Now, when you wrote down your goals, your visions, now that's part of the focus part of it, right? Mm-hmm. And then you moved with intentions. And how did you do that? Talk to us. What was your intentional steps?
Honestly, it was mentorship. It was work, because work without act is what is dead, right? Dead. So I put in the work. I put in the work. And if I wanted this life, I had to put in the work too. Yes, it's manifestation. That's part of it. And part of it is visualizing, but you also have to put in the work. And so that is what I did. I put in the work. I seeked mentorship. I seeked help. I watched, I learned. I watched other women, successful, amazing women like you. And I learned and I implemented it in my life. And then this is what a product is today. This is what I'm a product of a product. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, seriously, I'm a product of a product. And my husband, I learned so much from him. He was much younger than me when I met him. You know, he was 25. I think I was 32. But I learned so much from him. His mindset was a complete shift. He came from the Poker Bean Projects in Florida and became a multimillionaire within 2 years. Because of what? Because he believed. He wrote it down. Mindset. His mother was 12 when she had him. Mindset. Wow. Mindset. Do you understand what I'm saying? That mother should be very proud. That mother should be very proud. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. And not only should she be proud of him and how he became a multimillionaire, and proud of who he chose for a wife. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you.
She should be proud of you because you are a self-made millionaire yourself.
Without him. Yeah, we benefit each other. We definitely, we're in unity, but we both do have our separate.
Right. But you went from struggling. And you said, close, people don't get it. Listen, the face of suicide doesn't look like what you think it is.
Yeah.
I've tried to commit suicide. I have thought about it many times. People don't even know that. Like, you have no idea, but you said it best. And listen, if anybody thinking about it, is get on that suicide hotline number. It's always there. As a matter of fact, put that on your list of call a friend. Make sure you have the number there. But what I want to say is this. When we are at our lowest, we have nowhere to go. You said it best. That is when you turn to God.
Yeah. I never looked back since.
Won't he do it?
What? Like when I talk about transformation, I never knew what it felt like to be loved until I had the love from my real father, which is my Lord. I didn't know what it felt like. I didn't know what love was. And I kept looking for love in men. And I kept looking for love in other people. And see, the thing is, we all have flesh. And so people are going to hurt people. Yeah. You can't put your faith in people. Right. You know, that's too much of a burden. Like I can't even put my faith in my husband. My husband's job is not to fulfill me. The only person that could fulfill me is God. And I didn't realize that, and I didn't know that. But when I started to look for God and the things I even wanted out of my husband, more time, I'm gonna go spend my time with God then. Okay, I want you to treat me like this and do that. I'm gonna go have God do it. You know, like I really, when I tell you, I stopped listening to worldly music. I stopped going to places that did not fulfill me and didn't feel like the presence of God was there. I had to do for 3 years.
Yes.
I had to turn into a newborn baby when it came to life, because I was not about to let anyone tamper or taint my spirit again, ever.
Ever again.
Ever. And because for years, I'm not sure if it cut off because it cut off on my end.
For years.
Can you still hear me?
Yep. You said, oh, you just froze. There you go. But what you were saying was for years.
Okay, wait, cut off. Sorry, I didn't know if you could hear me or not. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So you stopped off at for years because you had to be in isolation for 3 years. You cut yourself out from all the negativity. And guys, that's a nugget right there. That's a nugget. You hear what she's saying? She had to sequester herself from death and damnation.
Wow.
You know? And people don't get that, you know, living healthy. A lot of times people think about it is just our weight, but it's also what we hear, who we surround ourselves, what we're reading, what we're watching. That's all healthy or hindering.
Oh, you're giving me chills over here, girl. I love it.
But right, you figured it out.
No, yes. Yes.
You figured it out. Now, not only have you figured it out and you've been walking this walk, I mean, a mogul, you know, you are a mom, you got so many things you're doing, a wife, you now have a podcast, Divine Circle. Girl, can you tell us the inspiration behind the Divine Circle? I love that name.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The inspiration, honestly, behind it is I wanted to be able to touch and help heal as many people as possible. You know, I wanted to be able to give away those free nuggets that saved my life and changed my life, you know? And I always tell people, if you got something that could change somebody's life and you don't, you're selfish. I'm sorry, but you're selfish. I can never keep this information that I've learned or the people that have poured into me that are in my divine circle. I can't keep that to myself. I'd be on the phone with my mentor, because Dondre Whitfield is not only one of my marriage mentors, he's also one of my life coaches. And I'll be on the phone with him. I'm gonna turn my camera off because he could read me like a book. And He'll drop a note like, why didn't I think of it like that? I mean, one time we were sitting here and we had a session with me and my husband, and he did like this. He said, "This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing." I was like, what? That's how I feel. Like I would be selfish to save, just to keep that and just keep it to myself. I'd be selfish. So Divine Circle is solely to help you heal, to help her heal, to help him. Okay, I made millions. We've made multiple millions. but I'll be selfish to not teach you how you can make millions, how you could become a multimillionaire, how you could become financially free. Okay, that's great. But how can I become debt free also? Let me also teach you how you can repair your credit yourself. Let me also teach you how to have life insurance, how to set up a trust, how to have a will. Let me teach you all these things on this one platform. And guess what? It's free.
I love it. I love it.
Can
Okay,
you go knock in Beverly Hills right now? Can you go knock on a multi-million-dollar home and say, how did you become a multi-million? How did you become a successful? They're calling the police on you.
Security. That's what they call it. Security.
So we're gonna give it away for free.
Man, I'm there. Listen, where can we find it at?
Divine Circle. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we're also on YouTube.
I love it. Now, are you going to have guests on there? And if so, what kind of guests are you having?
I'm having a little bit of everything, honestly. I didn't want it to just be celebrities because not everybody's going to learn from a celebrity. Not every celebrity has a nugget to drop that's going to change someone's life. So honestly, it has to be impactful. It has to be impactful. I have to say that I can walk away and I learned something. And I'm like, in order for me to really let that be on my show, because I want everyone's life that watches that show to be transformed. And so I've got people like Dondre Whitfield. I got Shanice and Flex Alexander that are going to be guests. I also got a lady that owns 90 mental health facilities. I also have a lady who really speaks to the men. She's like serious about the men. And she goes in and she tells us women how we need to be when it really comes to being with these men. I don't agree with everything she says, but she's dropping jewels and nuggets. You know, then I also have my best friend who's a welterweight champion, Andre Berto. My husband, who's a multimillionaire, and he's also a multimillionaire mentor also, where he teaches other people. He's helped hundreds of people become 6- and 7-figure income earners. Who wouldn't want to learn from someone like that for free? Right. You know what I'm saying? For free.
Sign me up for the divine circle. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be knocking, knock, knock, knock. Let me hit a podcast. When is it gonna be? When does it air?
We're already live. We're every Thursday at 9 a.m. a new episode drops.
Every Thursday at 9 a.m.
And if you haven't already heard, you gotta go back and listen to Dondre Whitfield's episode.
I'm gonna have to go back and hear it. Yeah. Because you know what's so great about you and the things that you're doing. I mean, people don't realize July is People of Color, the Mental Health and Wellness Month. And it's so hard to talk to our people about. It's getting better though. It's getting better. It's becoming more and more common in our lives. But how do you open up that conversation to talk about the struggles with depression, trauma, and just living in that mental space? What was your opening? How did you awaken the moment that saves you to then save others?
When I realized that was the devil's control over me. I mean, when I realized that was how he was holding me, and when I realized that he was trying to keep me in secret, he was trying to keep me ashamed of where I come from, what has happened to me, you know, keep me in that victim mentality. When I broke free of that, I will never be quiet. Oh, he should have killed me when he had the chance, because my life and my mission is to save as many souls as I possibly can.
Girl,
period.
I love it. I love it. And it's crazy because, like I say, I don't want to do my podcast anymore. I think I'm not going to do it. Do you know that people go banana? And I have never said it publicly. I just say it with, you know, like if we're at dinner, I don't know. They go bananas. And I said,
you better not.
Oh my gosh.
So many lives that you have to change. It is our mission.
I'm taking a vow with you right now. And I've always believed I am a person of service, just like you. I'm here to serve, right? And I love that, because a lot of times I hide out. I don't want to do anything. They like, no, we need you.
Yeah.
So you're a confirmation to everybody listening today. You are needed.
Don't be silent.
Don't be silent. He had his chance to kill you, and he missed.
Boy, because I'm going after millions of women. Millions.
Girl.
Millions. I almost dropped something. I'm going to say something right now I wasn't supposed to say.
No. I'm going to say it for you.
I'm waiting to get to that question.
No, I'm going to say it for you. You're going after your book. Right now, you're an author. Tell them about it. Don't hold back. Tell them about it.
I'm telling you, I can't say too much because I'm coming back on your show, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't say too much, but it is almost done. And this book is going to change millions of women's lives, millions. And like I say all the time, like, more than the cars, the money, like, none of that will ever fulfill me, ever. But the purpose of this book will. The purpose of what this book is going to do in women's lives, and even men, is what's truly going to fulfill me, because there's purpose behind it. Wow. There's purpose. And the devil didn't want me to write this book. He kept shaming me. We were writing it, and then I would cry. I'm like, I'm not telling people this. No, they're going to judge me. Oh no, nah, you have no authority, no power no more, buddy. You're done. You're cut off from the source. Like, this book is coming out.
Girl.
And I ain't ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
I cannot wait to read this. We gonna have to do a lunch party. We gonna have to read it out loud. Because like you said, you're going after millions. And I'm right here with you, soldier. We gonna do this.
Man, I want to lock arms with you, for real, for real. Seriously.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. Now, where can people connect with you?
They can check out my website, morganhardman.com. And they can also find me on all social media platforms at morganhardman.com. Listen,
you have enlightened us today. You have given us so many tools and nuggets. Listen, you guys want to favorite this one, because this is a podcast you should go back whenever you doubting yourself, when you forget who you are, pull it back up. Am I right?
Yes, for sure.
Before I wrap it up, is there anything you want to leave with the people with?
I just want you guys to know that whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And it's not that bad. Whatever you are going through right now in this moment today, I promise you it gets better, and it's really not that bad. Whether it's a breakup, whether it's, a loss of a job, it's not that bad. And sometimes God forcefully removes us out of positions because he has so much greater for us. So allow the process to flow, because it's just your process right now.
Drop mic. That's it. I'm dropping mic. So right there. You guys, thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate you, Morgan. This is enlightening. We're definitely going to have to do this again. Until next week, you guys, live fit. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Misfit One Lifestyles. Listen, when you are fed up and sick and tired of living this stifled, overwhelmed, and overstressed life, and you're ready to live the fullest, richest, and healthiest life by gaining more confidence, more energy, and more clarity, living in your best self, you know what to do, right? Go ahead, go to my website, misfit1.com. Sign up for our online courses, Creating Healthy Habits, so that you too can live fit, focus, move with intention, and transform your life.